It's just like gangbusters fun. It was like an party every single day. We have a lot of fun together. Everybody gets along really well. We're all really just in it together and encouraging each other. It was kind of like, it was like the best on-set experience.
It's so great to meet you. Here for the Defenders, so exciting. Could you please briefly describe the Defenders? How do they work as a team of 4?
So the Defenders come together kind of reluctantly. These are all super loner characters, I think with the exception of Iron Fist.
Yeah, he's a team player.
Yeah, he's a real team player.
Yeah, he's a little
exuberant. A little too much of a team player.
Yeah, he's a little...
But these are characters that come together because they, at the end of the day, have a moral responsibility. They're powered people. They can help. And so when put to the test, they will.
Yeah. Push us in a corner, we will fight back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all the way in the corner. We're like, there's nowhere else to go. We will fight. Fine.
And both of you have experience playing your own characters in your own TV shows. Was there anything new or challenging that you learned on The Defenders?
It's all the same crew. So Daredevil goes into Jessica, goes into Defenders.
I remember one day.
All the same crew, and they talk about how crazy it was working with all of us.
I remember one day turning around and seeing that one of the ADs going like this. And then as I saw it, I realized that they'd been saying our names for about 3 minutes.
It was fun, you know, I think because all of us have our own shows, it's all the same crew, we're all in it together, we all share a very similar experience. It was almost like just all of a sudden like having strong team members, like being a member of a rock band or something. It's not as lonely. When you're on your own show, it's like you every day by yourself, and so having all of us together in one place was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really a fun experience shooting.
Yeah. We just need a tour bus. That's all
Yeah,
we
need a tour bus.
We need a tour bus next time.
Big TVs.
Finish 2, we get a tour bus.
Tour bus.
We can borrow Felix's tour bus. He has a tour bus.
Right, that's right.
We'll get him.
Now, the last time we saw Luke Cage, he was being called off to prison. Where do we find him at the beginning of The Defenders, and how is he doing?
Out. Done with. That is over. Okay. Finally. Finally, that orange suit is gone. God, orange. Oh. He just, finally got his record clean. He's done. Now he's got to find a job, You know how it is. You get out of prison, not too many opportunities, man. People are like, what have you been doing the last, 5 years, and you got to tell them. And so he's got to kind of do something for himself now. So he's kind of doing work pro bono. He's trying to help the community, but that doesn't pay. So he's looking for something to do, and that's sort of an active thing for him. The series takes place in like a matter of several days, so he's not going to find a job during The Defender. So sorry, spoiler alert, Luke does not find a job during the series. But that's kind of what he's doing with himself. He had a bar, but it blew up in Jessica, so that's gone. So he's just kind of waiting for the next opportunity. I don't know why he doesn't ask Jessica for a job. I mean, she has like a company. He's like,
And Jessica's really on top of things now.
I know.
She can't hit him away with a bat.
Exactly. So.
Yeah, where do we find Jessica now that Kilgrave's gone? Is there going to be a softer side, or is she still pretty guarded?
Well, she's still very guarded, just because that person doesn't exist, the damage and the trauma that she carries around in the world doesn't go away. She's definitely, I wouldn't call her softer.
No,
which is what we love about her.
Her skin is soft, though.
Yeah.
Jessica's skin is very soft. But that's it. Everything else is hard.
Hand cream.
Hand cream. That's hand cream. It's like oil of Olay or something like that. They still make that?
You would know better than I would.
This is true. I think they still make oil of Olay. Coconut oil.
Yeah, Mike's all about the moisturizers.
I do have several hand moisturizers in my bag at all times.
All times.
Yeah. Lots of Tane is very good. Yeah. Lots of good stuff. I mean, it feels like we're just kind of sort of non-stop. It's just, never ends. I don't know when the show wraps and when it launches and press and stuff like that. We're just constantly going. So it's just one long journey that just, we keep filming and eventually they edit it and they put it up and we just keep working,
Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's no beginning or end. It's just
the fans.
Both of your characters have fought nasty villains in the past. How does Sigourney Weaver's Alexandra stack up to your past foes?
She's a tall drink of water. I mean, she comes on screen and she kind of like just,
Well, I think,
presence.
Sigourney's character poses a much bigger threat, whereas in our shows, our villains were much more personal. And this is like a bigger story, a bigger scope, bigger consequences, whereas our villains, I think, were more specific and relationship driven.
Over the past decade, comic books and superheroes have dominated pop culture, especially Marvel. Why do you think people love superheroes and comic books so much?
I think, I can't speak for all of the stuff because I'm not super well versed, but I think for our shows are grounded in reality, and as much as they can be, and we're dealing with personal issues that I think people relate to. They do a good job of character development and psychological backstory that allows us to play with really relatable themes, but because we're in a supernatural or heightened world, you can make those themes even bigger. So I think that's why our shows are cool, and that's probably what Marvel does really well.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, they find something very unique about society, and they kind of comment on it, and they kind of expose it and bring it to something that people can really relate to. I mean, her character has a very specific demographic that's kind of grown, and my character has a very specific story. And we hope with Defenders we kind of combine all these demographics so people can appreciate the other characters and hopefully start watching other shows too. I mean, it's kind of we're in the same universe, same world, and ultimately we all are coming from a human perspective. We're not like doing things that are so far-reaching that people can't relate to them. We have the same problems that everybody else has. We just have abilities, and those abilities don't necessarily solve our problems. They just kind of add to them. So it makes it very cool. I mean, people love reluctant superheroes. I mean, who doesn't?
Fans digest it. I always joke that the fans digest it so rapidly. They consume it, and all of a sudden, we're like chefs. We're sitting there, we're preparing this meal, and it's this perfect, sous chef. Marinate this, prep that, and they just consume it in one big bite, and they're like, "Where's the rest?" And so,
Yes, exactly.
You play superheroes on TV. In the real world, if you could save or change one thing today, what would it be?
One thing.
One thing.
Elephant in the room. Jeez, one thing. Oh wow.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean,
It's a tough question.
Yeah,
world peace.
thanks.
World peace. Can we just have world peace?
World
Of
peace.
course.
I mean, honestly, just world peace. I mean, I know everybody's got their different opinions about how life should be led, but it doesn't mean you got to kill somebody.
Well said.
Well said.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was great to meet you.
Thank you. Thanks.